Testing 1, 2, 3. Warm up. Hello, can anyone hear me? Got one person in here. Late notice, I need to get better at this. I'm not very familiar with it. Okay, one person. Yeah, how you doing, Piss Blood? Happy Friday. We made it another week. Welcome back to the stream. Not sure. I'm still very fresh and greenhorn with all this stuff, so I don't know if there's a proper way of me, scheduling this thing without just popping it up and everyone sees it. Then their subscribing feed, but whatever. It is what it is right now. Yeah, I didn't watch the full. I didn't watch the full episode. I watched bits and pieces of it. Would you agree with me, Piss Blood, that the high watermark in the rumbling art is Hanji's sacrifice? It is. It just is. It's nearly perfect. It makes sense. I mean, I was thinking in my head, could we swap Hanji's sacrifice with Levi, and have Levi do what he does with I think you could almost do that. You can argue for that, but I don't know if you can. Hanji's sacrifice is just an amazing moment in the entire manga, and I can't stress how well Mappa did what they needed to do, and they've gotten better, and I've already said that in my last stream. But as for AOE, I'm going to try to keep AOE down in the conversation tonight. We've already talked about it. I did watch the full ending credit scene where it shows those feet and it shows the dirt walking. And I guess the one Hail Mary thought would be that that's really Aaron walking to the graves under the tree. But I really doubt that. I even saw some people in comments saying that, well, that's actually Mikasa taking his head, and that's his point of view, his head looking down, which is pretty terrifying to think you'll still be alive and you're just stuck in like this limbo of hell in that way. So that's pretty terrifying. And then they showed the tree, the giant titanized tree. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I would agree with you, Piss Blood. AOE is done. And that's that. Yeah. Say, what's your opinion on the season 4, part 3 main song? I think it's actually kind of weak. I'm not a big fan of it. Under the Tree, it just, I don't know. It doesn't really get my blood pumping like Rumbling did. Holy crap. I'd say it's the second. It's the second worst AOT opening, in my opinion. Uh, I would say that season 1's opening is really good. I would say Rumbling, and then season 1's opening, and then season 3, and then the rest can go. That's the way I see what the openings. But this opening for this didn't really. Yeah, and holy crap, isn't it funny? What is it? My Last War. Mappa did like a total 180 after This Is My Last War opening, where there's like no spoilers. There's no indication of what's going to happen at all. Then all of a sudden, Rumbling comes out, and you see the rumbling. You see, then it's just like they went told them, I was like, we didn't show anything, and now we're going to show almost everything in our openings. It's like, yeah, they totally did away on that. I don't know what they were thinking. And it's got all of us, EDs, ending defenders, probably jumping in joy. Oh, the Mikasa Eren shippers, freaking about. Isn't it funny how I think people would categorize me as being an Eren Historia shipper if I didn't want Eren Mikasa. No, I wanted Eren Freedom shipper. I'm an Eren Freedom shipper. That's it's AOT's not a romance. Never was a freaking romance. And I don't know what to say. It just simply isn't a romance. Yeah, I agree. Eren Freedom is the. I only care about Historia in the context of a story, and the baby, the red herring baby. Like if the baby wasn't there at all, or if they wrote it differently to make it seem like it didn't really matter, I wouldn't really care about it. But Historia herself as a character, I do enjoy her. I think she is one of the more developed characters, if not one of the top 2 or 3 female characters. Too bad Mikasa had to be like the total bottom of the totem pole of developed characters in AOT, but she never was a central part of the plot line until she became the central figure of the plot line with Ymir. It's that's what was so angering to me about the ending. And of course the total yeah, I mean, the pregnancy, like, what was the point of that pregnancy? I mean, it was like everything, like I said, was coming to an eclipse and falling line. I said it 1,000 times, and it was all there. And it was leaning towards an alliance loss, possibly all their deaths, if not maybe a couple living. And it just would have just been this incredible Shakespearean level tragedy. And I don't know how the ending defenders can act like Eren can't kill his friends and not feel remorseful about it. Look what he did with Hallie and Ramsey. He was remorseful about that, crying. He was a psychopath at that point. Went total psycho mode. And I think he was psycho mode as soon as he started stomping millions of people. So what's this? Oh, he cares about his friends. Well, yeah, it seems like Izuyama tried to thread that needle, didn't he? He really tried to thread that needle. Let's make Eren a good guy, but yet he killed millions of people. No, why don't we just keep him? Here's a logical standpoint. As me as a fan, as me as a ending hater, keep his character consistent. Keep him the villain. That's it. Keep Eren Yeager the villain. Win or lose, keep him the villain. That's all you need to do, Izuyama. I don't care about the hacks with the past Titan shifters on Eren. I don't really necessarily care about that until afterwards, when it turns out Eren, just keep him the villain, win or lose, and let's not have this predeterminism stuff and everything. And I don't think people talk about that enough either, with the whole alliance fighting and everything. Eren had it set up to a way where the alliance was going to live. So where is the sense of danger when you rewatch this shit or you reread this shit? There is no sense of danger. It's almost like it was predetermined. Like Eren was Izuyama or something. Eren was Aizen Sosuke from Bleach, you know? That's how it was going. Yeah, he already put his friends in harm's way. But then here's the problem with that. Like if he's doing this to keep them alive, then it was already predetermined that he had to do what he needed to do for them to live. So he chose, you know, I was making a joke the other day, you know, Spock from Star Trek, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. Eren Yeager is anti-Spock. That's my abridged version of Eren's character. He's anti-Spock. Totally chose a minute level of the population and totally choose his friends over anything else, which is fine if you keep him the villain. And he was the villain. And I don't know what Izuyama was thinking. I mean, did Guardians of the Galaxy fuck up the masterpiece? Because that's what apparently he said, how it all changed. Oh, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy and it changed everything. So Thanos is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy? Is he flying around with Star-Lord and all of them? Going around the galaxy? Yeah, we're friends. And I could just picture Gamora hugging Thanos, saying, thank you for eliminating half the universe for our sake, so we could have the resources to live. It's retarded. Yeah, what's your opinion? What's anyone's opinion in here, including you, Pissblood? It looks like you're the only one in here, but do you think some dialogue tweaking here and there can fix it and they're going to keep everything the same? Or do you think it's just a lost cause? Because I don't see what tweaking can actually help it that much. Maybe if you eliminate the whole Armin and Eren scene of them talking in the paths, or cut it down to where you don't show him in the I don't want that, look. Maybe you could do that, if in fact, now that I think about it, if they do eliminate a lot of that, it would be better. It wouldn't be worse. It'd definitely be better, because it's just stupid. And then you find out Eren sends Eren sends Dina, her Titan form, past Bertolt to kill his mom. And then the cycle, it's like, well, what the fuck? It's like, why? It's like Izuyama, in my opinion, there's a fine line between genius and pretension. Your pretentious writing. That whole stuff with Eren sending Dina to eat his mother, that's the most pretentious false messiah bullshit I've ever seen. That was terrible too. And I didn't really talk about that much about that. I didn't talk much about the whole Dina getting sent to eat Carla. It's stupid. How could anyone defend that shit? It just kept getting worse and worse. It was like, oh, I fell down the last layer of hell. It's like, well, Dante's Inferno, you got 7, 8 more to go. Yeah, it was, you didn't need it. You did not need it. Dina just walked past Bertolt, and when I remember reading that, Show Mikasa shooting Colossal Eren. Yeah, I saw that. Now, I heard some people say that, well, according to like the panel numbers at the bottom, that it indicates that that's going to happen at the beginning of the episode of season 4, part 4. Is that what it's going to be, part 4? What the fuck? But it's just a cope, I think. You know, it's just a cope. Yeah, and guess what? They got into their Eric Bana Hulk. They got into their Eric Bana Hulk version where their clothes magically appeared back on them, every single one of them, when they were detitanized. And they're looking around, and I'm looking at it like this. I'm literally going, here's my. What is going on with 139 here? What? And then, stupid, weird stuff like Mikasa walking with his head across an empty wilderness. Like, how did the fuck did you get back to Paradise Island? Weird stuff. Like, this is not Izayama. What happened to the Izayama with Grisha freaking the fuck out? I did it for you, Eren. Where's that Izayama? That was what I thought Izayama was. Apparently, I didn't realize who Izayama really was. I guess none of us realized who Izayama really was. Or maybe Izayama didn't even know who he was. Will the real Izayama please stand up? Please stand up. Also, they show 2 Titan before Zeke spawned Eren back. Mikasa goes and you guys, let me ask you a question. Do you think it took 10 years for Mikasa to go on a date with Jean before they got married? Were they in bed together for pretty much their whole marriage, and maybe she slipped out a few errands during some lovemaking sessions? Well, was there a kid named Eren? She kept the freaking scarf. And then another pretentious move for imagery, like, oh, the symbolism of it. They show the fucking scarf. They show Armin's shell. And what else do they show in like the last panel? It was the most pretentious shit I've ever seen. Oh, you're going to show the scarf. You're going to show the shell. How am I supposed to read that, Izayama? That it's deep? It's not deep. It's stupid. There's a fine line between just like trying to be, let the art flow through you. Don't try to make art happen. Just let it happen. And that was him trying to do something there with the scarf and the fucking shell at the end. I'm swearing, forgive me. Going off a little bit here. All right, picking up 4 people here. How's everyone doing? Happy Friday. Hopefully we're not going to just talk about AOT. I was going to talk about anime characters in general, and I'm going to throw Eren Yeager into the mix. Love. So, Dark Blade, are you still a believer in AOE then? Is that what you're saying here? You're saying there's different timelines. Well, at the very least, you could say AOT and R is a different timeline. And I think the AOT and R team kind of hush-hush, wink-wink type deal was, that's what they were doing. This was just a separate timeline, and everything else, all the other timelines are fanfics. First sighting cabin, Eren, Miss Cost. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, it sounds like you're an AOE person still. I don't know. I don't think so. I've already, they're showing a lot of hints, especially the beginning and ending credits for part 3 here. They show the tree, and at the end they're showing Mikasa grab Eren's head, and yeah, he doesn't have the Titan scars, but that doesn't freaking matter. They'll just show this Titan scars or not. I mean, little stuff like that. Eren keeping his eyes open. I don't see that as a huge indication where that's like Leonardo DiCaprio meme from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That there it is. No, I'm not trying to read too much into that because I just don't think it's happening. And here's a question for you guys here too. Another question: if we got a full rumbling ending where all of Aaron's friends died and he remained the villain, never mind Historia or whatever happens there, do you still think all these fans that love the ending would love that ending? I think they would like the ending regardless because they're just going to say, well, I like AOT, so I'm going to like whatever I get. Well, no, I'm not. You're not going to shovel me. You're not going to make a fantastic BLT sandwich, and I'm going to eat a bunch of BLT sandwich, and all of a sudden the last BLT sandwich has got dog shit inside of it, and I eat it. I'm going to say, well, that's shit. I'm not going to, and it's, from the same freaking restaurant. No, I'm going to be like, well, that's shit. BLTs before that were BLTs, and I loved eating them, and then the BLT I ate it was shit, and that's shit. I'm sorry. It's just shit. Right, come back years later. Hinting for part 3. Well, all right, Blade. Yes, I agree. I just don't think they're going to do it. Izuyama tried to thread a needle here. He tried to make it. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know what he's doing. So I'm going to try to move on from this subject here. I'm going to try to think of some anime characters that really dropped the ball in their development. Maybe you guys can help me, but anime characters that fallen from grace that were great, fantastic characters. All that. What did they do? What did they do to fall and everything? Yeah, I've already said that. I've already said that he left the door open for a sequel, but he could have done that regardless of destroying his story. He could have set it up to where he could have done anything. He could have had Aaron Historia's your child Ymir be reborn, and she's got Titan powers, and then you could start a whole spinoff with her like that. Oh, maybe I misunderstood what you're saying there. Well, anyways, I say number one on the tier list of characters that have fallen from grace is Aaron Yeager. Went from S plus plus to I'd say D, easy. Aaron went from an S tier, like right there. I put him right there with Vegeta. I put him right there with Guts from Berserk. I put him right there with Griffith. And yeah, I know I'm throwing Griffith in there, but I'm like characters in general, characters. Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop, I throw him in that S tier as well. Goku, I put Goku in B tier. Gohan, yeah, I never really cared or I never liked or really cared for Gohan. Yeah, I heard that too. The Berserk team is they're going to finish the manga. What a series that is! Wow. Maybe we should hope they don't finish it because maybe they're going to drop the ball on that one somehow. Like the Band of the Hawk comes back and Griffith sacrifices himself and he was really the good guy all along. Griffith didn't do anything wrong, right? So he's going to save everybody somehow and bring everybody and everyone's reborn into happy families or some crazy shit like that because of the God Hand grants him that power and that was his plan the entire time, right? Some crazy off the wall shit like that. At this point, I don't know. But Maybe I should start writing it down, get a pen out to basically categorize. What is this stuff? This computer station's a mess. It's not my computer station. But no, it's not going to be all fancy. I'm not going to pull up a screen. I don't even know how to do that. But if I can find a pen here. All right, so I said, who did I say was an S tier characters? And you guys can put. I'm gonna go find a pen, but think as many anime characters that are in S tier throughout any series you've ever seen, and put them there, and then we'll discuss. We'll go down the list. We'll try not to jump. We'll go from S to bottom, and yes, and the one thing I will say with Aaron, I would say Aaron would have been the number 2 S tier or number 1 S tier character if he would have stayed a villain and they kept his character consistent. Instead, he's fallen all the way down to a D to me. I wouldn't say quite an F, but he's right down there in D. I'll be right back. How do I sound too? By the way, guys, do I sound okay? Do I sound kind of distant? Let me know. I wasn't interested in Dragon Ball Super until like the very last 5 episodes. With Ultra Instinct and all that. Still pretty cliche ending. Goku is the main hero, blah, blah, blah. You know, they just go that route. I wonder when Vegeta's finally going to get his time to shine. All right. Aaron's not going to be a top S tier because he's fallen to D, in my opinion. So, guys, if you want to help me out here with some great characters I might have not have thought of, what about Lelouch? Let's out of all anime characters, who's the GOAT right now? And of course, this is subjective. My list doesn't have to be definitive, of course. I'm going to say number 1 anime manga character in the world, or in the past right now, Yujiro Hanma. What's that from? Who's that? Sorry, I'm a little. Was that the dad? All right, I can't think of any S, but any. All right, I've never watched Baki, but I heard good things about it. And since you think so highly of him, and I know it's a popular series, I'll put him in an A. And I guess we don't necessarily have to go work our way down from S. We can just name off characters randomly. Where would we put Connie Springer, guys? Where does Connie go in this list? D. There's going to be a shit. There'll be a shit. If we're going secondary characters and we're ranking them all, there's going to be a shit ton of characters, but we're not going to go absolutely crazy here. We're just having fun. We're having a fun night. It's Friday. Woohoo! Friday. I'll put Connie Springer in a D. And I don't hate Connie. It's just you don't really go far with him at all. Kanye. No. All right, you know who belongs in S tier? Vegeta. Vegeta belongs in S tier as an anime character. Maybe even top 2 or 3. That's how good Vegeta is throughout all of Dragon Ball Z. Fantastic character. And I know Goku gets a limelight. I know he's the face of the franchise, but Vegeta Jeets, my man. What a character development. What character development. What a fantastic story arc. What a fantastic character. Am I Vegeta Slappy? Hell yes, I am. There's millions of Vegeta Slappies out there, and for good reason. The guy is absolutely fantastic. He's fantastic to watch. He's fun to watch. It's fun to watch him be evil. It's fun to watch him be anti-hero, and it's fun to see him turn the corner in Dragon Ball Z when he sacrifices himself for Trunks and Bulma. Vegeta is definitely top 3 S tier anime manga characters all time, in my opinion. You got a problem with it? You can kiss my derriere. Vegeta is a S tier character. In fact, you could argue that maybe from the standpoint I'm thinking there's not going to be a lot of DBZ characters in S tier. Sorry. Just my opinion, but I'm thinking Vegeta's definitely in there. Maybe Piccolo. And maybe Goku. I'd put Goku in A territory, but Super's kind of brought him down, in my opinion. We'll put Goku in A. All right, so we got one S tier character, and it's Vegeta so far. Yeah, that's my problem with Super with Goku. So that's why Goku isn't an S. Even top peak Goku in Dragon Ball Z, I wouldn't say in my opinion, he's not S. Maybe mid A or top A, but he's not S. Vegeta is S. He's an S tier character. Let's put Piccolo in S tier as well. I'm going to put Piccolo. Fantastic story arc in it. We've seen a pattern here. There's development. You're seeing old villains become good. You're seeing them form bonds and relationships with other characters you like and love. Piccolo is a fantastic character too. So I'll put he's not like a top S. I'd say he's like an S minus, very low S, but he's an S. Piccolo is an S tier character. Okay, we got Goku. We got Vegeta, Piccolo so far in S. We got Yujiro in A. We got Goku in A. Oh God, good one. Yes, absolutely. There it is. Ichigo Kurosaki Ichigo is a terrible character. God awful character. The worst shonen headlining manga character I have ever seen. Ichigo by far is the worst. He's the worst big manga anime character I have ever seen in a he's just terrible. He's shallow. He has nothing to fight for. What is he fighting for? He gets the victories. He pulls. How many ass pulls in that series can we get? It's not just Ichigo. It's everybody. And then the power scaling doesn't make sense. And then some of the characters that were actually interesting in Bleach, like Ulquiorra, he just kills them off. It's almost like Kubo was like, oh, I'm making these characters a lot better than my main character, so I got to kill them off. Oh, I'm showing better chemistry with Ulquiorra and Horihime as a couple than I am Ichigo, so I got to kill them off. That's like the logic I'm feeling with that. So definitely Ichigo. In fact, I'm having a hard time actually finding any Bleach characters actually go in B. You know what? Let's put Ulquiorra. Maybe we can even put Grimjo. Grimjo and Ulquiorra will go in B. Grimjo and Ulquiorra are B class, mid to high B class characters. Grimjo was interesting too. I didn't like him as much. I was more of an Ulquiorra fanboy, but Grimjo, I think belongs in B tier. In fact, I think that's the only Bleach characters we're going to put in anything higher than a B. Master Roshi. Master Roshi. Maybe from Dragon Ball you can put him in S tier. Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. I might disagree with you on that one. They turned him into a lecherous old man, big perverted old man. Now, if he scored with Krillin's old girlfriend Marin, I'd put him in S tier above anybody else. My fucking man Roshi, laying it down on Marin, Bulma's copy. He'd definitely S tier there, but I don't know. I'll put him in C. Roshi's pretty good. I'll put him in C. Again, my opinion. You don't have to agree. It's just my opinion. Now, I'm going blank in my head right now, but so far we got, find my handwriting. Looks like that's upside down from the camera view here. That looked like crap. This Diamond Penny live streaming here. I don't know how much better it could be. Might be easier on font, I guess. And we could fill that in later too. We're just filling them, just writing it in. All right, let's throw out some more characters. Lelouch. Lelouch from Code Geass. Where does he belong? A? High A? Lelouch from Code Geass is an A. You think that's fair, Piss Blood? Lelouch is a AT character. Yeah, I would say that's a good spot for him. Do I see any? Colin Stadfeld? She probably belongs up there too. Maybe not A, B. I'd put Colin in B. Colin Stadfeld. Colin Kozaki. Colin Stadfeld, whatever. By the way, isn't she the hottest chick in that show? Holy shit, is she hot. I know there's CC fans, but God, I'll take Colin 100 times out of 100 over CC. Anyone can take CC. I'll take Colin. Keep throwing names out, guys. Come on, I can't do this myself. I'll discuss it with you and everything when you throw more names out. Where can we put Yamcha? F? Yeah, let's put Yamcha in F. It's our first F, Yamcha. Good one. I'd say Edward Elric is a mid-S. Edward Elric is a mid-S character. Mid. Edward Elric. You know who else is an S character? Maybe low S from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? King Bradley. Wrath. Wrath belongs up there in S. That's my opinion. He's the only homunculus I'm going to put up there in S tier characters, but King Bradley King Bradley Wrath is definitely S tier in my mind. Fantastic character. I think the two highest, yeah, I would agree with that. There's probably more than two S tier characters in Full Metal because they all fit perfectly to an extent. But I'd say the top two S tier characters is Edward Elric and King Bradley. Okay. Actually got a few S's here. Read it from the top. S tier character. Top one so far we have an S tier in my opinion. Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo from Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Ed Elric, mid tier, and King Bradley mid tier S. A tier character from manga and anime, Jujiro from Baki, which I have never seen, but I put him in there anyways because people seem to like him. Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Lelouch, he's an A as well. B characters, Ulkura Cypher, Grimjo Jaggerjax, Colin Stodfield from Code Geass. C tier, Roshi, Master Roshi. D tier, Connie Springer from Attack on Titan. Sorry, Dark Blade, Sasuke's not a D character. You may not like his character, but he's definitely not a D. In fact, if Sasuke would have stayed in his Psycho Destroy Konoha mode, I would have put Sasuke top S, or like top 3 or 4 S at one point. We're going to put Sasuke in D. And that's me including Boruto Sasuke. Sasuke is a D character because of what Kishimoto did with him in the last war arc. Why the fuck would Sasuke want to become Hokage? He never, ever... It's like Eren Yeager wanting to be with Mikasa all of a sudden. Yes, I'm a Sasuke fanboy, but he's a D character. That's with Boruto. Before the war arc, when he has that scene where he turns his head and he looks at the panel and he's got the Eternal Mangekyo, he's an S tier character at that point. After that, it's a slide down from grace. Holy bullshit. What did he get bad after that? Really bad after that. Sasuke is a D character. And that's including him till now, until Boruto. Sasuke went from Avenger, Killer, I'm going to destroy Konoha, I'm going to kill you, Naruto, to Kakashi 2.0. I'm training my rival's son now. Yeah, totally pissed on his character. Kishimoto, way to go. Thank you for destroying Sasuke. I think you're actually being a little too... I think you're being actually a little too generous for Naruto. He's going to be an E. Naruto is boring. Naruto is not deep. Naruto gets what he wants, when he wants, how he wants. He's terrible. Can't stand him. Can't stand the Jesus worship mode for some of these main characters, some of these main shonen characters. I hate it. It's one of the things I hate about manga in general, hate about anime in general, is these mangakas make their protagonists way, way too overbearing, too good at everything, overcoming everything, not learning any lessons. I guess the only one that I can name off the top of my head that's standable to me is Luffy. Where does Luffy from One Piece go? I'm not talking about Naruto. I'm putting him in E territory. I don't care about the character. Never have. Only reason I watched that series because of Sasuke. Okay. So, up to down right now, we got Yamcha in F. Got Naruto in E. We got Connie Springer in D. Roshi in D. B's so far, Ulquiorra, Grimjaw, Colin Stodfield. A, Yojiro, Goku, and Lelouch is for A's. Vegeta, Piccolo, Edward Elric, and King Bradley in S tier right now. Light Yagami, S. Top S, in fact. Top 3S. S plus. In fact, I'm going to write S plus in the back here. S plus, Light Yagami. Good one. Good one. Light Yagami is in S tier, almost above S tier. He's so good. I don't like One Piece personally because their fight scenes are page 313 in my opinion. Anime or manga, Death Note. I like the manga ending a little bit better. Rule of thumb is manga is a little bit better than anime, I guess. As much as I appreciate Mappa goes really fucking fast in their animations. Once it's done, it looks great, but it's like the whole scene with Hallie and Ramses when they're getting squashed, that like took like 20 seconds, it felt like. And I wanted to feel it more. I wanted to feel Hallie and Ramses suffering a little bit more. It's not because I'm a sadist. It's just, I just wanted to be driven home more how horrific it was. And it was still horrific, but I really wanted it. I really wanted to see him screaming more. I really wanted to see the foot coming down slowly on him, which they do to an extent, but Nappa just goes crazy fast with their shit. Yeah, I mean the manga, the rumbling in the manga is far superior. I guess we could start our own category with that. Let's do a poll. Manga rumbling or anime rumbling? I'm going to put manga rumbling. The manga rumbling is a lot more impactful in my mind. A lot more scary, a lot more Oh, excuse me, guys. Yeah, definitely, definitely. Manga rumbling is horrific. They cut out the whole scene with the baby at the cliff and the people falling down the cliff. They're probably not going to even show that now. Maybe they budgetary reasons, but that's one of the most impactful panels in all of Attack on Titan, with the baby being held and they cut it out. You know, I'm willing to praise Mappa for their work, but I'm also willing to be like, hey, what the fuck, guys? You had the scene. Why did you get rid of it? Why did you not show it? I mean, it was. Yeah, well, I mean, some people are theorizing we're going to see that in the final part, but when you're talking about pacing and everything, isn't it be kind of clunky? Or are they going to try to shove it in there? I don't know. Yeah, correct. Like Izuyama decided to change the ending maybe in the last fucking minute. I mean, maybe that's what they're thinking. Well, I didn't go that route, so let's make Farmakun the Chad of Chads, even though we don't know who the hell he is. He just threw rocks at Historia, and all of a sudden he's has her child and everything. Yeah. I remember people were thinking he was a Jaegerist. You know, that he was actually working for Flotch. You know, no. Flotch is S tier. Flotch is S tier. Flotch is definitely S tier. King Flotch is S tier. Yes, Erwin Smith, good one. They're mid to top S tiers, especially Erwin. Flotch is a fantastic character. Can any of you guys name a character that went from cannon fodder, to being boss mode, to being fighting till the very last breath, and making you root for him against the characters you've known for 200 or for 60, 70 chapters longer? I mean, what a great character. And it makes you scratch your head again about Izuyama. What the fuck were you thinking with everything, dude? You made Flotch. You made Levi. You made Eren Yeager before 139. You made Eren Yeager. You made Erwin Smith. Great characters. Eren Yeager's not a great character. Pre-139 Eren is perfect. Nearly perfect. Nearly the best character in all anime history. But we have him. Where do we got Eren Yeager? Where are we putting Eren Yeager, guys? Yes, including 139. Where are we putting Eren Yeager? That's what I mean. Pre-time skip Flotch was a chump. He goes boss mode. F tier for who? Eren Yeager? Eren? Let me think of that scene again in my head. Let me put it through my head. Let me put everything he did and said. Eren Yeager. Yeah, let's put him in F. He's in high F. Okay, let's put Eren's at high F. F plus. Eren Yeager. High F plus character. Okay. So Eren is in the cellar with Yamcha. Hello. That's funny there. We got Yamcha hanging out with Eren in the slums as a character. Oh, we didn't place. I've seen maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Goblin Slayer. I never. It didn't quite hook me like it did for a lot of people. Same thing with Seven Deadly Sins. I've heard of it, but I never got hooked into it. I never quite got hooked into those. Maybe I will check it out if I'm going to keep growing my channel. I mean, would you guys want me to watch it and discuss these things with me? What do you think? You think I could grow this channel more if I get back into anime? Because I already got a full-time job. You know, I'm a grown-ass man doing grown-ass man shit. You guys like my opinions, you like my opinions. If you think I could bring more to the table and discuss it with you, I'm willing to do that. Or it's not worth it. What's not worth it? Yeah, I don't. It seems like an easy moneymaker, especially if you start making it. But the whole studio thing and having the editing process for copyright reasons and all that seems like kind of a headache. I'd have to go through a learning curve with that. I would be pretty raw at it. I'm not going to be like all those other dickwads that are going to praise everything they freaking see. In fact, I'm going to be pretty, I might say stuff that you guys might not like. I'm pretty blunt. I don't care. As you can tell, I'm pretty blunt and I don't care because I got nothing to lose here. It's not like I got 100,000 subscribers or I'm getting paid to do this shit. It's me just shooting the shit and doing something. Like I said, Goblin Slayer, I watched a few episodes and it was pretty, I thought it'd be like a shonen-esque thing. And then it became like really real and very violent and like involving rape and then murder. And not to say that those turn me off, but it's just like, I don't know, it couldn't quite draw me in. And I don't like the whole like Halo thing with the Master Chief, like holding the mask. The Goblin Slayer just wears the mask because he won't take it off. It's like you got to eat through that shit. It's like Bane. It's like Akashi having the mask on the whole time. I don't know why comic book and manga creators do that shit. It annoys me. I don't like it. It's just show the face. Who gives a fuck? I mean, unless it's like pivotal to the storyline, it's probably not. It's like maybe Bakashi got some fucking acid on his face. Maybe Goblin Slayer is a goblin himself. If that's relevant to the storyline, I don't know. Yeah, the first episode of Goblin Slayer was crazy, and I did see that episode, and I really thought it was gonna be like shonen-esque. No one really gets hurt. It's gonna be dangerous. It's gonna be a friendship story of adventure and growth, but no, the guy hits the sword on the roof. It falls, and he gets stabbed to death. Then the chick with him gets raped. It's by a bunch of green goblins. Oh God. This is a delicious apple, by the way. I'm not sure what that is, that shield hero. I don't know what that is. Here's how much of a greenhorn and newbie I am did all this. Can you guys see the top chat, the chats? We got to put for characters S tier Griffith. I don't know. Is Griffith an S tier? I think he is. Either that or an A to me. Yeah. Let's put Griffith as A plus. Griffith is an A plus character. Maybe he belongs even in S. Well, I recommend Berserk to you, Pissblood. It's very good. If it is graphic, I'm not sure if you like graphic stuff, really graphic stuff, but it is really graphic. Very dark. Not happy. You feel bad. Like nothing but shit happens to the main character. I'll just say that. But very good. So I'm putting Griffith. I put the lead guy Baki in A, and I'm going to put, and I didn't know him, and I'll put Griffith as a high A too. Griffith from Berserk. Yep. What about Jean Christine? Jean was actually a very good character, especially during the whole female Titan arc. Jean was trending up big time at that point, but he kind of stalls out a little bit. Jean Christine from Attack on Titan. What do you think, Pissblood? Where do we put our boy? Where do we put Jean Boy? Let's see if we're in the same ballpark, me and you, on Jean Boy. I'm interested to hear what you say here. I'm going to say Jean. He's a mid-B character. I'm going to say a mid-B character for Jean. Jean Christine is a mid-B character. That's my brother-in-law behind me, by the way. Yeah, the Cringe Avengers kind of brought down everybody a peg or two. You know who was surprisingly a good character in Naruto? I just thought of him. Kisame. Almost felt like Kishimoto was going somewhere with him that was very interesting. And then he gets him killed off against Guy. I put Kisame a high C. Kisame. Badass sword. Same to high, I think. So yeah, I'd put Kasame as a top C character from Naruto. If we're gonna do all the Akatsuki, oh shit, here we go. Is there any Akatsuki member below a B? That's a good question. From Naruto, is there any Akatsuki member below a C rank or a B rank? I think I like all the Akatsuki. I don't know if I can put anyone below a B. Let's I'm struggling with this. I think I got to put all of them are B or higher in the Akatsuki. Maybe a low B for Akatsuki. Kakuzu. But even I like him. So Kakuzu, he's going to be a low B character. Everyone else in the the Akatsuki and Naruto is going to be a B or higher. That's fine. Anyways, where do we put Mikasa? Mikasa Ackerman. Where does our favorite, most important Attack on Titan character belong? Mikasa Ackerman. Where does she belong? Let's put her F. Let's put her with. Let's put Mikasa Ackerman as a F character. Mikasa Ackerman. Boy. I guess a better way of doing this would be to go by anime and then fill it out. We're just randomly shooting the shit here and just putting characters wherever. Where does Sakura Haruno belong? F. Is there a lower than F? W characters. It's the worst. And that's Sakura. Sakura is a waste of space, waste character. Should not even be where she's at in any fictional sense in any anime or fictional story ever created. She makes a lot of Disney princesses look like superheroes. She makes them look like Captain America. That's how bad she is. She is dog turds bad character. I can't stand her. Oh, no, a lot of people can't. Yep. All right. I guess we'll keep filling out the list as we go here, but let us discuss multiple or alternate endings. For AOT, I would say here's what I'll do. I'll say this, that AOT, for an alliance win, we would simply just need Eren to be we would need him to be a villain and stay the villain. And Mikasa would be essential in his destruction, but it would be in the sense of her removing the garment. It'd be her removing the scarf. That's what Mikasa would have to do in an alliance win. And then, yeah. Like I said, I wouldn't mind. I'm sorry, I keep backtracking here or changing. I would not mind an alliance win as long as Eren stayed the villain. That's all Izayama needed to do. That's all he needed to do. But for an alliance win, I'm thinking. Yeah. I know. Keeping the scarf was dumb. It's stupid. It's stupid, especially after he's been dead for how many years, and then, you know, we all have childhood crushes. We all have childhood loves. We all have teenage love. Unless you marry that person, your high school sweetheart, are you going to keep that momentum on you that they had given to you all those years when you're a grown ass person with kids? No, you're not. It's, I don't know if it's a cultural shock thing that the Japanese find noble or romantic. I think it's just weird. Western straight Christian white guy me, is like, that's weird. So she would have to ditch the scarf and then go into a Levi mode. Have her be her final like head transformation where she basically matches or surpasses Prime Levi. And then that's when she detaches Aaron's head and kills him. So in an alliance win, I'm going to say this. In an alliance win, we're going to say, for an alliance win, we're going to say alliance wins, right? Everyone on Fort Salta is alive, of course, because the Colossals didn't reach them. I'm going to say Reiner lives. Reiner lives. Mikasa lives. Annie lives. And I think that's Falco. So in an alliance win, in my opinion, it'd be Reiner, Mikasa, Annie, and Falco. Reiner, Mikasa, Annie, and Falco would be the survivors. That's it. The rumbling stops. Aaron's defeated. Aaron's dead. Mikasa lets him go. And that's that. Whether she buries him at the tree and you can run the spinoff that way, you can do that, or you can just let his corpse just rot in the middle of the desert. Good enough. When he became a villain, he basically committed the unpardonable sin in any dictatorial, genocidal maniac way, where you can just throw him out in the trash. That's how he should have been treated, especially after millions dead. So we got 4 surviving alliance members in an alliance win. Aaron stays the villain. Ymir is destroyed by Reiner. Hallucigenia is gone. That's it. It'd be fair enough. I mean, I do like the conflict. I do like the inner conflict that she has with Aaron going evil. But don't make that essential to the main plot point, and don't have her obsessed with this guy and making out with his freaking severed skull. So yeah, my alliance win is everyone in Full Salt is alive. Reiner, Mikasa, Annie, and Falco are alive. The rest are dead. Curse of Ymir is over. Paradis is destroyed a lot sooner. It is destroyed because that's just the consequences of what they did. That's the consequences of genocide. It doesn't matter if you had a small group of people rebelling against Adolf Hitler in Germany, and let's say they won. I'm pretty sure the Allies and the Soviets would still have charged until they were wrecking the Reichsgrad and Berlin. I'm pretty sure that would still happen. So that's what happens in an alliance win. Now peak mode, not peak fiction mode. And I think I would think any Eren Yeager win is going to be peak. It's going to be over an alliance win. The perfect Eren Yeager victory, where he is just a villain. AOT and R are working on it. Aurora Boris is working on it. Who else is working on it? A bunch of fan fiction still working on it. A good Jaegerist winning. Winning is, of course, Eren wins. He's still a villain, so he's going for an 100% rumbling, and he means it. How about this? How about this for a... you guys may not like this, but I like the idea, what I'm about to say. How about for a Eren win, he wins and loses? And what I mean by that is we're not going the full AOT and R, where everyone's dead. There's going to be some surviving alliance members. 2. And that would be... No, actually make that 3. Because you would have to have 3. Because a Yonkapon, his plane, the plane crashed and it was destroyed, right? I think so. So we can't have a Yonkapon take the airplane, and there's no more blimps at Fort Salta. So Falco has to be alive. He has to be alive. So there's 3 surviving alliance members in an Eren victory that I'm about to present to you guys. And that is, of course, Falco, Armin, and Reiner. Falco, Armin, and Reiner are the last survivors in an Eren win. And they go back defeated. They go back to parody. Eren goes back. And part of the curse of Ymir being lifted is Historia giving birth to a child, a female child. And out of respect for her friend, Ymir, names her child Ymir. Oh, like it's aligning again, right? It's exciting, isn't it? It's starting to make your blood boil and like, oh, this is peak fiction, right? No, didn't happen in canon, but I digress. Back to the main thing here. Eren is the father. It doesn't have to be love. It doesn't have to be a ship. Oh, you just want your ship to survive. They don't love each other. They don't have to love each other, you dimwits. Eren and Historia do not need to love each other. And in fact, the whole idea of her not eating Zeke and everything doesn't revolve around them having a romance. You can romance them or not. The narrative is there. The narrative is there for them to have a child out of the necessity to save the country. It doesn't have to be a romance. It's not a romance. That's what I'm getting heated. I'm sorry. It doesn't have to be a romance. It's not a romance. AOT is not a romance. And if Historia and Eren had a child, it's not out of romance in my mind. It's out of necessity to protect the country. And that's what Eren was, about fighting and protecting people. And the scouts and his love for the people of Paradis and Eldia. Boom. It's not about love, about, oh, my ship has got to win. He's soulmates with Mikasa. You just want him to be with Historia because, you just like Historia better. No. That's not how it works. It's not how any of this works. Don't dumb down my thoughts and dumb down my... Don't dumb me down into your realm of thinking that I don't understand Attack on Titan, or I never did, because I understand it a lot. And you can like shipping, you can like the ending, but it's shit in my mind. And it always will be shit in my mind. That's how it ends with me.
You okay?
Yes, I'm okay. That's my sister. So in my mind, got a little heated there. So in my mind, Eren and Historia have a child. Whether they love each other or not is irrelevant. It's for the narrative. It's for the plot. It's for Eren wanting to protect Eldia. Not his friends, Eldia. His friends are part of Eldians, right? His clique is not going to outweigh the people. Eren is Spock in this story. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. And my friends, my clique, everyone I grew up with, I'm sorry, but if you're going to fight against me, we're going to fight. And I'm going to kill you. Because I'm thinking about everybody, not just your group. Not just my group I came up with. And that's the depth I thought Eren Yeager had. That's the depth that Izuyama presented to me pre-139. That's what he gave me. And he took it away from me with this ridiculous shipping. And it pisses me off. I get so tired of following these fictional stories and I get delivered shit at the end. You're giving me nothing but filet mignon. You give me nothing but cake and ice cream. And then all of a sudden, at the very end, you give me diabetes and cancer. And I die of it. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. That went off the rails. That went off the rails, guys. So yeah, that's the depth I thought Eren Yeager had. That's the depth that I thought Eren Yeager had. Apparently it wasn't. It was all about his friends. It was all about, Mikasa loving him for the next 10 years. Okay, going back to an Eren Yeager win, we're going to say there are 3 survivors from the Alliance. And the 3 survivors, like I said, and we're replaying it again because I went on a total rant right there. Forgive me for my swearing and my intensity. I don't mean to try to hoard anybody away. If you like the ending, you like the ending. But I just explained why I don't like it. The only problem I have is when people look at me and say, I don't understand the story. And I give them this. And that's why. I explained in my rant just now why I give them that if they say, I don't understand the story. Okay, let me try to get through this without freaking out. An Eren Yeager win. Full rumbling. Fort Salt is destroyed. All the Eldians that... Marley and Eldians there are dead. Everybody's dead there. Whatever's left of Marley and the rest of the world is going to be squashed. Because Eren's 100%er going here. And he means it. We're going to have 3 people that survive. And that's Reiner, Armin, and Falco. Because Falco's got to get him the fuck back to Paradise Island. They can't run. There's no horses. They're not faster than the Colossal Titans. So yes, that's what we got. Now, the idea that came through my head is Queen Historia is trying to unite Eldia, and what's going to happen is there's going to be some internal strife because remember, not everybody was pro-Jaegerist on the island. Maybe a majority. But there were some people that were pissed off about Eren activating the rumbling in itself because it killed some of their loved ones. Oops. But but I'm going to say maybe there's some type of civil war. Now, it's going to get kind of weird because there's no more Titan powers and everything. But I don't think it necessarily became about Titans anymore, especially in season 4. And it's not going to drag on. And this is how I would do the epilogue. You can have the tree still be there, but let's have a cabin. Let's say we have a cabin by the tree for some reason. It's a hunting lodge cabin. And it can be maybe 3 or 4 years after the rumbling. Aaron, Reiner, and Falco are all put on trial. Falco is separated and he's put to another part of the island or something, because I'm not going to even use Falco at this point. He was just to get them back home. To parody. We have it to where Aaron decides to meet Reiner and Armin under the tree. Again, this is an Aaron victory. He wins the rumbling, but what at what cost? You know, Thanos. At what cost? Everything. You know, so Armin goes to the cabin, and we have some dialogue between Armin and Aaron. And let's do this Kill Bill style. Let's get a little corny here, but let's spice it up a little bit. Let's put some sugar and spice on and everything nice, right? Let's put this on there. We're going to say Armin sits down on the table, and we're going to do this like Marley mode too, where Reiner and Aaron have their conversation. We're going to have a table between them. Armin's going to sit there after serving his prison time, and Aaron is just talking to me like, all right, I got it to where you were able to be free again. What we do from here, we can do 2 things, Armin. We can accept what I've done and be friends again, because I view you as my best friend still. And we can move on, raise our, have families. Annie may have died, but you can find someone else. I'm your friend. I want to be your friend. It's what we decide right near is going to decide what's going to happen when we leave this cabin door. We're either going to throw down or we're going to be best friends. It's your decision, Armin Arlette. What are we going to do? And Armin's going to look at him, and I'm not going to try to make this cliche and say, it'll never be over between you and me. You know what you did. And the worst decision you've made, other than the rumbling, was letting me out. Because you and I are going to finish this now. And then Aaron, you know, maybe smugly, maybe not, maybe sadliness, but then smugness comes over him because he's a psychopath, you know. He's like, this sucks, but, you know, I can get more friends. Because I love the Eldian people, and I go always get more friends, Armin. And Armin basically goes over the tables and tackles Aaron. They get into a little scuffle. They're rolling around. Aaron starts pummeling the shit out of them on his face. He's telling him, you could never beat me at a fight. You couldn't beat me when we were younger. You couldn't beat me in the academy. You couldn't beat me during the rumbling. What makes you think you're going to survive this now? You're going to die now. This was your choice. It's over. Reiner comes running through the door, tackles Aaron off of Armin, and it turns into a 2-man-on-1 scuffle. We always know Reiner is just a big endurance stamina dude who could never really fight that well. And Armin's not a really good fighter either. He might be a little better now because he's in prison for whatever. You can strengthen him up a little bit. You got to give him a little bit of a boost. But they're rolling around, and it's just going back and forth between Aaron and Armin, and then Aaron onto Reiner. It's just going, you know. Not to make this sound like WWE or anything, but they're just going at it, and it's getting bloody. You know, Aaron is just a bad motherfucker, right, at this point. He's just taking out everybody around him. He's taking on Armin and Reiner, even because they're not very good fighters, but they're determined. And then it gets to a point where Reiner finally gets him pinned down. And then Eren pulls out one of the pistols that like Flotch has. He points the gun up, and then he shoots, and he hits Reiner in the shoulder. Reiner goes down, out for the count, and then he turns to point it at Armin, and Armin already has a gun of his own pointing right at Eren. And it's over. He's got him. There's no more Titan powers, right? So you can't heal. He's pointed directly towards Eren. He's bleeding. And then you see the government coming his way. And you don't know if it's pro Jaegerist, if it's pro just parody or new freedom or whatever, because they're not fully getting along. And we can leave that in ambiguous. I'm sorry, ambiguity can be in that part of the story. And then you have Eren just get up and say, "Looks like you got me finally." And then Armin just stands up and he's like, "We can surrender together. I still consider you a friend, but you got me this time. You finally did. Now let's just settle this like men and let the authorities take care of it." He raises his hand with the gun is still in his hand. Armin's behind him. Boom! Armin shoots him in the back of the head. Eren goes down dead. Reiner stands up. Reiner picks up. Reiner stands up. Armin helps Reiner up. Starts walking with him. He drops his gun and raises his hand. End of Attack on Titan. Kind of just, it's an idea. You may not, I don't know about a gunfight at the end. I mean, with Titans and everything, but there was guns and there was, I just think they're like a cool kind of Kill Bill moment between the two of them after a Eren Yeager win, where he kind of wins, and he wins the war, but then he loses the battle. He loses his life because he had to pay for it, because he committed those sins. He committed those things. And maybe in a way, Eren sees it that way too. And like what I described before, is they're sitting there on the table and he's like, "We can either walk out as friends and move on, or you can walk out and we're going to throw down. And this is going to be the final thing to go." And I could see Reiner helping Armin out, and Armin not caring, because who cares about a fair fight at this point? Just take down the asshole. Genocidal prick, you know? So that's one of my that's one of my pro Eren wins, where he ends up losing. I guess another one, a pro Eren win would be all the Alliance die. They all get stomped. And then he goes home to Ymir, his child, and Historia. And then he wants to go look at the sea one more time, and you see the birds flying, because for some reason Izuyama has a bird fetish. He walks to the beach. Historia is with him, and he has his baby daughter in his arms. And then he asks Historia, goes, "What did you name her while I was gone?" And then she looks at him and she goes, I named her Ymir. And then you have Eren holding her, looking out into the distance. You have him start to tear up slightly. And then he says, at last you were free. Finally, you are free. Kind of emotional thinking about that, because the whole idea of her being reincarnated into a free child, and despite the hell she went through for over 2,000 years, it'd be very satisfying for her to have that be her ultimate goal of escaping the curse, escaping the hallucinogenia, escaping King Fritz's control over her. And she's reborn as the main character's daughter. and she can live her life. She can live the life she was stolen. That was stolen from her, from King Fritz, from the Eldian Empire. And she could be reborn as a princess. It's cathartic. It's heartwarming, and it balances out the joy. It balances out the hatred. It balances out the tragedy. It balances out the optimism. It's a complete mixture of paint that just it's everything painted together to make you really think about it, to make you say, what was this? And this was, and in a good way, we're talking about it in a good way 10, 20, 30 years later. Kind of like how people still talk about Shakespeare, how people still talk about Macbeth, how people still talk about Hamlet. And I had it up there with Hamlet. Never mind manga, never mind anime. I had Attack on Titan on Hamlet's level. And this is Shakespeare. This is King Daddy Kong of literacy. We're talking here, people. And I'm putting this story up there. Pre-139. That's what I got. Who's better than Shakespeare? Seriously, nobody. Keep going and going. What are your thoughts? Do you like the ideas I just presented? I gave you two Aaron wins. The first one was kind of a crazy scenario of, gunfighting and brawling, but it kind of fits in a way. It's still better than the freaking ending we got. The Alliance win. I guess I could try to think of another Alliance win. Of course, people would die. Piek is going to die. Gabby's going to die. For an Alliance win, let's have Armin. Let's have Armin live in this one, in Mikasa too. And Jean. The rest are dead. And the Colossal Titans fall, and everyone else is dead, including Reiner. Reiner finally goes out with his Helios moment. He finally gets what he wants. He's wanted to die for all these years, and then he finally gets his Helios moment, and his mom sees it. He's proud of himself, and then he dies from his wounds. And let's have a moment with Eren and Armin and Mikasa together. She threw the scarf away, but she's like in a comforting mode because they were friends, right? And let's have her just like be resigned to it. You forced my hand, and you became a monster, and I can't love a monster. I can't love a monster because monsters don't have souls. And the soul you had when you saved my life from those rapists and slavers, that Eren's gone. He died as soon as he activated the founding Titan. So I'm at peace now. I can be free of you. I still wish you well. I wish it didn't happen, but this was the choice you made. This was the consequence. I even loved you. I loved you. I wanted to have a family with you even. But no, I can't. All the families, the women, children, babies, the elderly, the innocent that you took away, that you erased. I can't love someone like that. May God have mercy on your soul. I don't know if she would say that, but she's resigned to it. And then Armin maybe be a little bit more Armin, and then he's let's not have him do the thank you for becoming a mass murderer to save us. No, it's not going to be that way. And have him basically say, I fought for what I believed in, and I was happy to save this world from your twisted view of things, Aaron. I don't know what happened, but along the way, we lost you. We lost you. And have Aaron just be resigned to it, be like, all I ever knew in my life was to fight. And I fought, and I fought, and I kept moving forward. I always said, I will keep moving forward until all my enemies were destroyed. How ironic is it that my best friends became my enemies, and they defeated me? It's a joke. It's a sad joke. And I don't know what's worse, the rumbling or that very fact that you, my best friend, Armin, defeated me. And I'm gone. Aaron Yeager dies. He passes. There's no romanticization. Pieces have been made, and they leave his corpse right on the dirt right there. Everyone in Fort Salta's alive. We still have the interaction between the Marleyan Fort Salta guards and the Eldian Marleyans interacting. But then you have Armin approach and say, you see that over there? That's Aaron Yeager. That's the attack titan. He's dead. We stopped him. I'm an Eldian that stopped him. Let's put our guns down for today, and let's start rebuilding the world that he just utterly destroyed. Let's rebuild the dreams that he erased. And where we go from there, I don't know. I think maybe I should have kept John alive, because I do want Mikasa to have a happy ending, believe it or not, because she just had her insane growth. Maybe a scene before that scene, we have John die. And I will. Let me rewind. Screw it. It's a Friday night. Let me rewind. Let me rewind from there. Let's do a scene before. Let's have Aaron on the ground just after getting cut outside of the attack titan, because I would have had the attack titan be involved in the fight, not the colossal Aaron titan. I would have had the attack titan, and that's how we can have Annie or Reiner die because of wounds from the fight with Warhammer Titan, Attack Titan, Founding Titan mode. We're gonna have Jean bleeding out from just a destroyed lower pelvis down his legs, just completely crushed from a footstep from Aaron, pushing Mikasa out of the way from getting killed. Mikasa charges and then pushes her out of the way. Boom! Right on his lower pelvis and legs. Smashes it like a grape. Let's have Mikasa actually show Jean something. And let's have a confession. Not an Aaron, oh, Mikasa. Let's have a confession of a guy that's actually loved her since part one. Mikasa, you have no idea what you've meant to me and how you've motivated me to not only get out of the old mindset I had when I was just a coward wanting to be a military policeman. You're part of the reason I wanted to join the Scouts, because that's where you were going, and I've loved you since then. And I would have loved to have had a child with you. I'm not very good with like that type. It sounds kind of corny, but like it's very touching, I think, too. Like you could work with the dialogue there, but there would be some type of confession. I don't know if you would have Mikasa actually hold him. Maybe you'd have her kneel down and hold his hand for him while he passes. Maybe. So yeah, just have that moment with Jean and Mikasa, and have her know that that he loved her. And then we have the scene I previously said with Armin and Eren not having such a hot moment with each other. Same thing with Mikasa. And then that's our second alliance win idea I have. So what do you guys think of my ideas? I still think they're better than the ending. At WB, yeah, I would say in both those alliance wins, Paradis is pretty fucked. No matter what. An alliance win, I can't see having an alliance win at that point at Fort Salta not result in Paradis' destruction sooner rather than later. Because that's what was on the line. And if it were up to Eren, they would just stay back and be hanging out with Flotch, cooking, baking s'mores, on the island, letting him just complete his job. If that's ultimately what probably Eren wanted him to do. But there's a thing called a conscience and a thing called empathy, and Eren's group had a lot of empathy. Kind of a shame that Eren didn't really have as much empathy outside of his clique, outside of his group of friends, outside of Eldia, than the rest of the group did. Shit, even Mikasa in the canon ending had more empathy than Eren. It's too bad she didn't realize that, because she was so hung up on the friggin' dude in the most unhealthiest of ways. All right, back to the tier list. We only got one E character. Naruto is our lone E character in the anime manga list. Where does Itachi Uchiha go? Low A. I'd say Itachi Uchiha goes low A character. Itachi Uchiha is a great character. Not the best, but pretty good. I kind of like him more as the villain, as the evil guy. Just that awe of mysteriousness to Itachi Uchiha was enough to make me like him. I like Itachi Uchiha. So overall, I'd put Itachi Uchiha in a low A, probably A minus, upper B. So we'll put Sasuke's bigger bro right there. And did anyone really give a shit about Shisui? Outside of his Gonzo shit, and I don't know. I don't really care. Where does Luffy go, guys? Monkey D. Luffy, where does he go in the character list? I must admit, I've not been a big One Piece watcher. So my guess is that Monkey D. Luffy, based off of what people have talked about with him, and probably the least annoying big three main character, I really can't stand Naruto. I cannot stand Kurosaki Ichigo. A mid B? Could we put Monkey D. Luffy a mid B? Yeah, I was talking about Berserk earlier in the stream. WB. We got. Oh, we actually didn't put Guts up there. Guts is a top S character, top S plus character. Let's put. But no, Guts is an S plus character. That means that puts him right up there in my list with Vegeta. I'd put Guts over Vegeta. Definitely would. Griffith is. I got Griffith here as an A. He's a top A. He's an A plus. I got Griffith as A plus. It doesn't necessarily have to be a character that's has to have like insane growth or steady growth. Just being compelling in the psychology of what the character is going all the way. Mikasa could have pulled that off, but she's not. Her reasoning and her feelings are as shallow and as thin as a leaf. But Griffith has a lot of depth, and he has got a lot of nuance to him. That's an interesting case study in psychology, I would say, with Griffith. And that's why I'm not going to go too much off on Griffith. Griffith is an A plus. Guts is an S plus. Vegeta is an S plus. Piccolo is a mid. Piccolo from Dragon Ball Z is a mid S. Edward Elric is a mid S. Flotch from Attack on Titan is a mid S. King Bradley is a mid to low S from Full Metal Alchemist. Father, I didn't really like Father. I'd put him in the B. Father from Full Metal Alchemist, low B. Didn't really like him as the main villain. Didn't really, I would have thrown King Bradley in there as a main villain, to be honest. Scar, I'd put him in C. Scar from Full Metal Alchemist. He's a C character, mid C to me. Oh, Kimberly. Where do we put Kimberly, guys? I put him up to S, maybe. He doesn't have a crap ton of screen time, I don't think, but Kimberly is up there. I really like me some Kimberly from Full Metal Alchemist. We're going to put Kimberly as a mid-A. Kimberly is a mid-A in my book, who could possibly be a S if he just had more time in the show. But Kimberly is a really strong character. We got a W rank here. It's worst, like abomination bad. And I'm not going to put Eren Yeager in the abomination bag. I just put him in F. Sakura Haruno is W. Worst. Holy dog shit balls bad is Sakura Haruno. Cannot stand her. Oh my god. Oh my god. She sucks. Gaara. I'm going to put Gaara as a high C. Gaara would probably be a S. Gaara from pre-time skip, pre-Shippuden is S. Then his whole character arc, though, I put him in a C+. Gaara from Naruto, full on Naruto, he's a C. Mid-C, I'd say. Gaara. Jiraiya. I like me some Jiraiya. B+. I'm going to put Jiraiya as a B+. I do like Jiraiya. Jeez. What's with Iruka Sensei? Let's put him in. Let's throw him in E. Let's throw him right there with Naruto. Naruto in my little list here. We got E ranks, we got Naruto, and we're going to have Iruka right there. They both love each other, so we got to put them together, right? Iruka. Everyone likes Iruka. I don't know why the fuck people like Iruka, but that it is what it is. Iruka Sensei is eating ramen at settling for an E ranking as a character. Okay, let's go down the list here, and of course I'll throw some names in there. Top S characters is Guts. I got him as a top S character, S plus. Vegeta, he's a top S, top plus. Piccolo, mid S. Edward Elric, mid S. Flotch, mid to low S. Bradley, mid to low S. Then we got Utio from Baki, which I haven't seen, but I just threw him in there at the A because seems people do really like him. I talked to people at my work that really liked him. Yujito or whatever. Goku, all the way through to Z. I'm not going to count Super. I know that may be cheating, but I'm going to stop there. Goku will be at a mid to high A character in Dragon Ball Z. Lelouch, mid to high A. Itachi, mid to high A. Add Griffith as a mid to high A. Kimberly as a low A, or mid to low A. Okay, B characters. Top B character, I got Ulquiorra Cypher from Bleach. Right next to him, same ranking. Grimjo Jaggerjax. Colin Stodfill, I really like her character, and hot. All you CC fans could go run away. I don't care. Keep CC. I've already said it in the stream, but CC, you take her 100 times out of 100. I'm taking Colin 100 out of 100. Love me some Colin Stodfill, Colin Kozaki. John Christine, mid to low B. He was really picking up steam. He could have been in an A or an S level, but he kind of stalled out a little bit. John Christine, John Boy, belongs in the mid B. Father from Fullmetal Alchemist, give him a mid to low B, whatever. Roshi is a top C, Master Roshi from Dragon Ball Z. Kisame, Itachi's partner. Good point. Would have made it a little bit more interesting, right? If you actually had one of Aaron's closer clique instead of Flotch actually be a Jaegerist. And maybe that's what Izuyama was planning to do with Jean. You got me thinking, WB, a little bit on that one. You do. D rank characters. Connie Springer. Connie's the only one I got in D. I'm actually having a hard time finding D level characters. Let's think of some D level characters in Attack on Titan if we can. Who is a D level? Let's throw it aside. Connie. Who's a good D level character we could put right there next to Connie in Attack on Titan? Rico. Remember Rico, the was it the Wall Brigade or the Wall Division, the Garrison Division? Yeah, I think D would be good for Rico. Kind of a cool character during the Trost, the Battle for Trost. In fact, probably a really strong character in the Trost, but then after that, nothing. So we're going to put Rico as a D character right next to Connie. fellow Eldian. What about Hitch? I actually like Hitch more than Connie. She edges him out, I think, a little bit in my mind. I do like Hitch. I don't know why. I just do. That whole dialogue between her and Annie after the rumbling starts, and she, Hitch really grew on me during that whole period between her and Annie when she was taking Annie away from the center, the capital there. Where are we going to put Hitch, guys? C? Mid-C? That sounds fair to me. Probably could have been better. But, no, very small screen time. Hitch. Yeah, I'd put Hitch in mid-C. Oh, how about we put Marlowe? Marlowe? Hitch's boyfriend, possibly. Maybe, most likely. Too bad he had to die. Where are we putting Marlowe, guys? I think let's put Marlowe in C. C plus right next to Master Roshi. I do like Marlowe. Grisha Yeager. Where's Grisha going? Where's Aaron and Zeke's father going? Grisha Yeager. I'm going to put Grisha Yeager B+. Grisha is a B+ character. Good backstory. Good fundamental reasons for what Grisha becomes. Pretty decent growth. Yeah, I think Grisha being a B+ is fair. He might be higher in some people's lists, maybe even lower. I don't know, but that's where I'm putting Grisha Yeager. Everybody. Ymir. Freckle Ymir. Where are we putting Freckle Ymir? Not a big Freckle Ymir fan. Let's see here. Freckle Ymir. Low C. Freckle Ymir is a low C in my book. Now, Historia Rice, probably the most divisive character for the dumbest reasons in Attack on Titan. I think that's a fair statement. You may correct me, but the shippers are nuts for her and Mikasa. As a character, where the hell did I put Mikasa in this list? Yeah, I got Mikasa as an F. And I know, and you know, anyone watching knows, that Historia is probably the best female character written in Attack on Titan. Trying to think of other female characters. I do like Sasha. Let's play Sasha. She's definitely above Connie. I'm going to put her mid-C. Sasha Browse. Potato Girl. Sasha Browse is a mid-C. Where's Historia Rice going? Let's put Historia. I love me some Historia. I'm trying not to be biased here. Let's put Historia's going low B. Historia Rice, in my book, is a low B character. And probably the most well-developed Attack on Titan female character. probably could have been in the A or an S level if the brakes were not just slammed on her character during the final arc. Even though they looked like they were just really starting to pick up speed, especially after the pregnancy and the rumbling. Ugh. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Erwin Smith is an S character. Mid to high S, Erwin Smith. Levi Ackerman, I may see something. I'm going to piss some people off, possibly. Levi Ackerman is an E. Go ahead, shoot me. But he's going into an E. Yeah, look, fireworks are really cool to watch at first, but after the same fireworks over and over again, fireworks could have, yeah, I don't, there's a part of me screaming at me to put Levi higher, a lot higher, but then there's a big part of me saying, come on, dude, really think about Levi. How good of a character is he really? Look, the stuff with Kenny Ackerman was good. The whole Rebellion arc was probably his best arc as a character. And I'm not talking about just him Terminator mode, because that's how he always was throughout the entire freaking series. He was Terminator more than just a badass. My biggest problems with Levi was his just an obsession of killing Zeke ever since the Return to Shiganshi arc. Yeah, I'm going to put Levi as a low D. Levi Ackerman. Shoot me, people. But Levi Ackerman is a low D as a character. He does cool shit. I liked him in the Rebellion arc, but it just wasn't enough. And his whole obsession with killing Zeke got old. Really old to me. And on that note, Zeke Yeager. Where are we putting Zeke Yeager, people? I love me some Zeke until Leaf. I love me some Leaf. I love me some Zeke before the Leaf. I love me some Zeke. But if I'm going to be objective, where are we putting Zeke? Zeke Yeager. Wonder Boy, Beast Titan, War Chief of the Warriors. Where are you going on this anime character list? Zeke Yeager. High B, Zeke Yeager. Zeke Yeager is a high B character. Potentially a mid A to A plus. Let's repeat it again, folks. Pre-139. Hey guys, you know who belongs in S tier right with Guts, Vegeta, and who's gonna go with those guys? Got the perfect person. Mina Carolina, people. Yeah, Mina Carolina. Right there in my shit list, right there. Mina Carolina. Or is that where I wrote it? Mina Carolina. She's an S. Let's just kind of cross out that name there. Yeah. Mina. Sorry, Mina. You deserve better. You deserve a better squad commander than hot-headed Aaron Yeager getting you killed, along with Thomas and Mina Carolina. Yeah. That's who I'm going to remember years from now from AOT, Mina Carolina. Oh, here's an interesting one. Keith Shadis. Probably the best character development I've seen from past clips about him, you know, with the whole thing with Carla and him, and then Shadis and Carla, and oh, my brain's going mush right now. And Grisha. Where does Keith Shadis go? But it put Keith Shadis as a high C. Keith Shadis is a C+ in my book. Can't even read my own writing here, man. Okay. As big as a fan of Attack on Titan, I'm starting to forget some characters here. Or I'm not getting any characters in my mind here. Hanji. God, I love Hanji. Fucking love her. Let me take back what I said about Historia. Hanji is the best developed character in Attack on Titan. Female character. You got Historia right under her. But Hanji. I love Hanji. Marry me, Hanji. 4 eyes. 4 eyes. That's the bias, people. Hanji is going to be... I'm going to put her right next to Erwin, the way we saw her last. She's going to be an S. How many? We got 3 S characters from Attack on Titan in the list. We got Erwin, Floch, and now Hanji. Love you, Hanji. Fantastic. Fucking love her. Okay. What about Hans? Didn't really like him at first for obvious reasons, but grew on me a little bit until his death. Mid C. Let's put Hans as a mid C. Yes, Hans, mid C. E. Believe it or not, I only got 2 E's. I got, who do I got here? Naruto and Iruka Sensei. There's so many good characters in Attack on Titan, though. It's hard to see anyone below a B. There's like the secondary characters. I guess the highest profile character that I have lower here in my list from a B to a D is Connie. Not a big fan of Connie, as you can tell, guys. Did he even... Let me ask you guys, did Connie even have a growth arc at all? He was just John's buddy. And that's the thing, too. The whole trio between John, Connie, and Sasha, them being like the Three Stooges together. That's the kind of stuff I didn't really like. And I don't hate Sasha, but when Sasha died, kind of gave me a little bit of a made me feel better about basically breaking up the trio and everyone becoming their own person. And animes tend to do that thing. Like for some reason, like if you're a part of a group in the beginning, you have to be in the group. Yeah, it's got to be nostalgia. You got to show it. You have to have the Sanins, the three Sanin reflect Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto for some stupid ass reason. I don't know why, but they do it. It's not just Naruto. Even though Sasuke became a killer and whatever, and then all of a sudden he's summoning a snake. And Naruto's summoning a frog, and she's summoning a slug, and they're all jumping together. Stupid. Stupid. Terrible. Terrible. So, come full circle. I've been streaming for almost 2.5 hours here. Haven't seen a lot of people come in, but whoever has come in, hope you've had a good time. I've had a good time. Whether I start doing reactions or not, I don't know. I'm not sure how to do that. I'm not sure if I want to go through that process because I'm a lazy fucker and I work and I don't have the patience for it, I think. That whole thing with Connie and Falco, oh my God. Am I the only one that hated that? I didn't like it at all. It was goofy as fuck. Lord have mercy, that little tiny arc with Connie and Falco. Jeez. And then when he holds up that, hey, you can brush your teeth. What? That's when I started getting a little nervous about Attack on Titan. The ending and the whole. That's when I started feeling a little bit nervous. And that was just like the aperture opening slowly. That whole thing with Connie and Falco. Lord Jesus, save us. Oh, man. That was bad. Oh, bad. And didn't I mention it in the last stream? WB, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if you knew if you were there or not, but I can't remember. But shouldn't Flotch have taken out at least one of the Alliance members? And wouldn't that Alliance member that had gotten taken out by Flotch should have been Connie? Am I the only one that thinks that? That would have been a perfect way for Connie to go out. Nobody died in the pier fight for the ship. Well, yeah, Magath died. But I'm thinking Connie should have been taken out by Flotch. That's a perfect character for Flotch to take out. He takes out one of the groups. Oh. What's this?
Corned beef and cabbage.
Look, my sister's a fantastic cook, guys. Corned beef and cabbage. Corned beef and cabbage. Hey, Junior. This is good. And another thing about Flotch, how cool would it have been if instead of shooting up the plane, Connie, no, I'm sorry. Instead of shooting up the plane, you see Flotch. Oh God, you see Flotch. Maybe it's unrealistic what I'm about to say, but I'm going to say it anyways. Let's have Flotch. Okay, here's what we'll do. Flotch walks in, and he's tired, but he's not like on the verge of passing out tired. He's tired though. He starts shooting, boom, 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 and he does the same exact shit. Mikasa shoots at him, but he dodges it, and then his ODM gear, whether it might be realistic or not, because he's been dragging through the ocean, his ODM gear is still working. He connects to the side and flies out right before Mikasa's hook hits him, and he flies out. And instead of getting pursued, everyone's panicking because they're looking around to see if anyone got hurt, and then Flotch is off. He's gone. How cool would it have been? How cool would it have been if Flotch starts hooking to each colossal titan? And I know the steam and everything, but come on. It's a cool idea, I think. You have Flotch jumping from colossal titan to colossal titan, and he reaches Eren, and he connects, and he's sitting there waiting on Eren, sitting there, resting, and waiting for the Alliance to show up. And he's sitting there ready to defend Eren if he has to. That'd be so cool. Oh, my God. Probably not as realistic as I made it sound, but and he's just sitting there like Madara sat in the battlefield, just waiting. Oh my God. I'm just picturing it in my head. Oh my God. Whoa, why couldn't I have creative writing over Attack on Titan? Oh, it would have been such a cheesy thing to do, but it would have been awesome too. I don't know why I think it's so funny. But I can picture the Alliance showing up. And they jump. And you got them all standing there. And Armin does his little speech, right? What are we going to do when we pull you out of there, Eren? And then Flotch stands up and he's got his gun. And he goes, our devil must prevail or some shit, you know? And then you get Jean, bug eyes. Oh, Flotch! Why is this so funny to me? I don't know why this is so funny to me. It's hilarious to me. Maybe because the ending was so bad that sounds better than the ending, you know, I don't know. But it would have been cool, you know. You would have had a human element there. Now, I think I mentioned it earlier in the stream, and I think I'll be ending the stream here soon. What would you guys? And we're jumping all the way back to season 4, episode 3 here, or the manga, we could say. What do you think about if you would switch places between Levi and Hanji to have him buy time against the Titans? And you could have a little speech there with you have the same thing happen. You have like Armin say, well, I'll stop. And then you have Reiner jump in, no, I'll stop it. And then you got then you'll have Hanji say she's about to speak up, and then Levi steps forward and he goes, I thought I was always meant to, thought my destiny was always to defeat and kill Zeke. Well, I finally understand now what I must do. I'm wounded. I'm hurt. I got my fingers blown off. So I'm basically implying right now that Zeke's his injuries are a lot more devastating than how he fights in the end. I mean, yeah, he wasn't 100%. You could tell in the manga, but he still held his own very, very, very well, despite being on the verge of death. And Hanji's fresh, you know, and I know you're taking away the whole little symbolic thing between the torch passing to Armin, but maybe you don't even really need that. It's just like a oh ho moment, like, oh, he's the commander now. Yeah, what commander? But so you have Levi step up and he's be like, so that monkey son of a bitch. Look what I'm doing now. I'm forgetting about what I needed to do for Erwin, because now I realize where it ends for me, and it ends for me now, and that's buying the scouts, whatever's left of the scouts, time to go find Eren, to go fight Eren. Then you have Levi do what he does. He does what Hanji does, and he goes down. And then you have all the scouts. You have Levi laying there like Hanji was. Levi stands up. He's like, what happened? And he's completely healed, though. His fingers are, he's completely healed. He stands up and he looks to his right, and there's his two friends waving at him. And then he smiles, and then he turns left. And there's Erwin and the scouts. They give him a salute in the afterlife. And then he gives him a salute back in the afterlife. Levi's arc is over. Boom. I think it could have worked. All right, a few more minutes, guys. I'm not sure if it's just one or two of you in here, in fact, but so WB, you kind of like that idea? That could have worked, I think, right? Levi swapping with Hanji. What a given. You know, it's funny how Levi talks about how Erwin needs to escape this hell. He needs to escape this hell. If there's anyone who needs to escape this hell, it's that guy. Levi, surviving everybody. You're so strong that nobody can touch you, but everybody you love, everybody that serves under you is dying off like flies. It's like Superman, right? He's raised and he loves humans, and he's just seen everybody die in front of him. And if anyone needs rest from the cruel world, that the narrative of this world is cruel, and I was born into this world, this narrative in AOT, I think it's Levi. Levi needed the rest. And I know he gets a retirement. I know he gets all that. But it just felt like he was a character that needed to die too. Whether that was against Eren in the founding Titan form at the end, or take Hanji's spot. That felt like it took more sense than me. But I'm pretty sure Hanji wouldn't want. She wanted to take responsibility, and he felt, and Levi felt he still needed to avenge Erwin for whatever reason for Zeke, which is dumb to me, because that would feel like such a Levi move to me, and especially, and that would have been a lot of growth, and that would have moved Levi up in my D category, maybe up to a B or even an A. Forget about Zeke. At that point of the story, you have. At that point of the story, you finally realize that you did your duty and you won. You won the battle, and that was enough. and you found the truth. You got to the basement for Erwin. You don't need to burden yourself with the fact that Zeke isn't dead. You can fight off the Colossal Titans. You can do what you do best and take out the Titans. And not to shit on Hanji as a fighter, but didn't it almost feel like she was fighting as good as an Ackerman there at the end? She did to me. She felt like, you know who she felt like? She felt like Mike Zacharias or Mike. That's what it felt like to me when she was fighting the Colossal Titans. There were two instances where Levi could have. There were two instances where Levi should have went out in the story. One was in the woods when Zeke summons the Titans, and that iconic shot with Levi with the Titans reaching for him in all areas, and he's just falling. I would have been okay with him going out right there. And I would have been okay with him going out. I wouldn't have Zeke commit suicide. If anything, if someone's going to kill him, I'd have Aaron kill him. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one. I don't know what I would do with Zeke. And I don't think Izuyama knew what to do with Zeke. I don't think he did. Do you guys really feel like Izuyama knew what the hell he was doing with Zeke at the end? I don't think he was. All right, 10 more minutes, guys. It's getting late. I know you recommended me doing anime show reactions, but that's going to take more time, and that's going to take editing that I don't want to do. And I don't know how that would grow my channel. I just like shooting the shit. That's all I'm doing right now. Such a fad right now to do reactions and stuff. All right, I've been kind of shitting on Izuyama all night. I will give him credit for utilizing flashbacks to flesh out characters that have died. When Carla dies, you're terrified and you're very sad for her, and you're sad for Aaron seeing that. But then you really start feeling a lot worse when you see how kind of a person was, how much she loved her son, how much of a mother she was to him, how much of a good person she was just overall. A very kind, generous, loving, motherly character Carla Yeager was. And that was all shown through flashbacks. I give Izuyama big props for how he did the writing for characters, how he incorporated that. Brilliant stuff. You got to give Izuyama credit for that, for sure. And here I've been talking over 2.5 hours about a show that he created, so that's credit to him too. Whether it's good or bad, you're talking about it. So hats off to him. Hats off to him. That's what makes him a multimillionaire. And, just screw off. Oh, it's disrespectful. You'll hurt his feelings if you shit on his series. Well, he's made millions of dollars, people, doing a profession that people get paid maybe $200-$300 a week to do when they're working 70 hours a week. So don't make me feel too bad about the guy when he's had that type of success. 40+ million in the bank. I don't feel too bad for him. Give it about 6 more minutes, guys. Anything else you want to talk about? Say? Let me talk about shippers. I think I'll talk about shippers. I legitimately wonder if shippers actually ruin series. You want your favorite character A, B, C, or D to get with A, B, C, or D. And that's all you care about. There's legitimately fans out there that just cared about Eren and Mikasa getting together. Never mind genocide, the guy killing innocent women, children, and men of all ages, races, and creed. They just wanted their couple to get together. I don't know. I guess you could equate it to people being pissed off that Lestat and Louis from Interview with a Vampire don't get together. That's not the meaning of Interview with a Vampire, is Lestat and Louis getting together. That's a background thing, if anything. Romance and Attack on Titan is not even a background thing. It's hardly anything until it became everything. And there's people legitimately out there cheering the ending because Mikasa and Eren are canon. Yeah. Built on the corpse of a masterpiece. Your ship is canon. Congratulations. 3 more minutes, guys. Anything else you want to ask me or talk about before I end the stream? Say it now. Enjoying my Friday night. Sister's fantastic cooking. Vagabond, I've never heard of Vagabond. Kind of wonder if One Punch Man is any good still. Probably is. I don't know. I look forward to watching my rant over again. I kind of went off the rails there. Hopefully I didn't offend anybody, but dang, I was kind of went off there. Oh, really? You put that up there with Berserk? Vagabond? If you're going to put that up there with Berserk, I'm going to hold that to you, WB, if I don't like it, if I do give it a shot. Vinland Saga, I've seen people react to it. Never got really interested in it. We got Vikings. We already have Vikings, the show Vikings, you know, and I'm pretty satisfied with that about Vikings. Well, if it's the worst of, if you're putting it up there comparatively with Berserk, then it's going to be better than Naruto. It's going to be better than Bleach. It's going to be better than One Piece. It's going to be better than Fairy Tail. It's going to be better than, you know. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention. Since we were talking about ships before, I've always shipped Rei Ayanami and Shinji Ikari. I've always shipped those two. Not to the detriment of the story, of course. I wouldn't ship anybody, but I always loved them as two. It's look, you're presenting a moral conundrum with that. That's when a ship gets me excited, gets me interested. When you present a moral conundrum, Shinji Ikari and Rei Ayanami would be a moral conundrum for obvious reasons. Her being a clone of Yui and a clone of Angel, his mother. But that's what gives it a moral conundrum. That's what makes it interesting. That's what makes you turn the pages. What are they going to do? They're going to break up? They're going to get together? You know, what's going on? Is it really just a motherly love that turns into this weird thing? Or what is it? So, yeah, I've always shipped Rei Ayanami and Shinji Ikari for, the spicy storytelling. No pun intended. Wasn't a very big Asuka fan, even though she's loved. Yes, I watched the rebuilds. I liked them. I did like the ending. I like the fact that who's the creator of Evangelion? God, what's his name? Why am I forgetting it all of a sudden? I'm gonna have to look it up real quick. Yeah, Ano. Why did I forget his name? Talk about a guy with problems, huh? What I do like about the rebuilds and the ending of the rebuilds is Ano subverts your expectations in a clever, nuanced way that reflects his own life. Rei Ayanami and Asuka are his past life with his story, while Mari represents the future. And he doesn't know what the future lies with her, and it happened. And it happens all the time. You can be and know people who you were kind of with and like hung out with and dated for years or dated before or dated. And then all of a sudden someone walks into your life and that's your future. That's your wife. That's your love. And it doesn't need to be told. It's there because it's going to be in the future and you don't need to know it. You don't need to know if it's going to be all positive. If you just know he's living life, he's moving on. And the one chick he picks is the most sane, is the most cheerful, is the most unknown. But Shinji Ikari picked it because he saw something that we didn't. Shinji Ikari picked Mari because it was something we didn't see that he saw. And that was that. There doesn't need to be drama. It's just life now. He's with her. And there's no drama. There's no Avas. They're going to live life together, and it's heavily assumed happily. They're going to get married. They're going to have kids. He's going to live a normal life. She's going to live a normal life. And that's how life is. He let go. Mikasa Ackerman did not let go. Shinji Ikari, the very end, let go of his past. He let go of Ava. He let go of Gendo's abuse. He let it go. He let go of Asuka. He let go of Rei. He embraced Mari, the least known and the one that was most cheerful and the one that shined with more life than any of those characters. I see it, Ano. Thank you for that, Ano. Everyone else, I just want Asuka and Shinji to be together. Go off. Go shut her off. Bug her off. Shinji Ikari made his choice. You don't have to like it, but Shinji's happy. He found his happiness. And it's with Mari Shikanami. Or Mari Mikanami. Yeah. You know who's a big fan of Evangelion? Elon Musk. It'd be kind of cool if he built his own Ava. Or made his sponsored an Ava movie. All right, I said 10 minutes like 15 minutes ago. I think I'll call it a night. If there's anything else you want me to wrap up, I'll give you about 10, 15 seconds here. If you have any more questions. I like to think Musk is one of the few ambassadors in the elites that actually cares about freedom of speech. But you never know with these super ultra rich folk. All right. Had fun tonight, guys. Enjoy your Friday night and weekends. Hope whoever watched had fun. I had fun. We talked. We covered a bunch of stuff. Maybe I'll make this a regular thing. Once a week, maybe once every other week. I don't know. There's only so much I can freaking talk about, though, because I only have a selective amount of shows or content. Maybe I could do rundowns on character analyses. So maybe I can actually do some reactions to other reaction videos or reactions to historical stuff outside of manga and anime. I'm not all about manga and anime. I love history. I love movies. By the way, 65, I watched that. Not that good. Whatever. Cocaine Bear was hilarious. The most off-the-wall weird humor I've seen since probably Army of Darkness. I don't know. I like all that stuff. I'm just a normal person. So, all right, everybody. I had fun tonight. Hope you had fun. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Justin Fever signing out. Dedicate your hearts to your lives. And stay healthy and happy. I'll see you all soon again, maybe. All right. Bye-bye.